Hey y'all, it's me, Niecielynn. This is Friday. Before I tell a lie, it is, and I did turn it off. No, I did not. Friday, July 30th. I'm on the wrong page. Oh my gosh, already. This will be the one where I'm frazzled because sister just called and said, can I pick up mama by 9:30 at 8:15? And mom usually don't like to get picked up that early anyway, but she needs to show the house. So now I am in a panic. So here we go. I will try to go my normal, I always try to slow down. So I'll try to speak slow down normal on my whips and things. And then I'll probably speed up on the talk. And I just realized I do not have the measurements for that. Oh my gosh. And they're in here somewhere. And I won't find them. Okay, I don't have my tape measure in here to measure the red toolbox, but I will measure it, I promise. I don't have a finisher at FFO this week. I wanted to get the Birdcage Biscornu finished, but stitching on it makes me really sad. And so I just would stitch on a little bit every day and set it to the side. And so I'll get it to her when it's done, but I just didn't. I'm trying not to get no outbreak with shingles again. So I didn't, and we have been playing outside and everything, but I didn't get a finish on the Birdcage Biscornu by Tiny Modernist. Oh, my bench is sliding. If I fall off on the floor in a minute, y'all will be laughing. And I stitched it on this Blue Moon Ada from Frankie at A Wicked Stepmother. Let me move my thread over because I was stitching on it last night when I got really sleepy. So that side is done. I thought about putting the years, and then somebody told me that their family member didn't like seeing the years. And so I may not do that. I may just put Fly Free on the other side and let it be. I may not put the years on there. I had not thought about that. So thank you for that suggestion. And I'll come back to it in a minute because it's down in talk, but I've nearly got it done. And I don't know why I feel like everything seems dark today, but it seems really dark in here to me today. But I have all my lights on, so I'm not sure what. But that Blue Moon Ada is beautiful. And I've just got them all in their little cages with the doors open. Now, several of y'all suggested, Loretta and Linda suggested moving the doors, moving the little bird around and like having him closed in the cage and then having the door open and then having him coming out and then sitting on top. But I would have had to like rework a lot of the patterns. So that is a beautiful idea, but I did not get that far. But it is beautiful. That is a beautiful pattern. And I have not, when I finish stitching it, I'm real nervous about finishing it off. So it looks so simple is what scares me. You know, when things look real simple, a lot of times they are not. So that part has me a little worried because it, you know, it looks like you just stitch the other corner in the center of this one and then start down attaching them through this border. But holy moly, y'all, why does it look so dark today? It's mine. Hang on, y'all, I'm gonna wiggle the camera. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like we're like a real dark in here today. And I don't think I have anything different going on. So, oh, now I done moved y'all over there where you have to look at the girls' little stitching table. That little thing I got junk in with all their little, that's all their colors and crayons and things we've been working on this week. So, Birdcage Biscornu by Tiny Modernist on Blue Moon Ada from A Wicked Stepmother. And it's just with a different mix of threads. I know that's Penny Lane by Wicked Stepmother is the brown. I think that's Classic Colorworks Finley Gold is the yellow, maybe. Yes, that's right. So I just worked on several, just did kind of a floss toss on it because I didn't want it. This one looks very springy and feminine. And so I just wanted it to look like the sky behind it and everything. So it has been a beautiful stitch, but a hard stitch. It has been hard for me stitching on that one. I worked on Jessie Watson's some this week. And this is our Autism Awareness Sal with Barbara the Raspberry Stitcher. It's beautiful. It's from Hands Across the Sea. It's Jessie Watson. And I'm not going to put Jessie Watson down here, so I've been talking to my aunt and my mama and trying to get, I'm going to put Sally, I think her name was Sarah Elizabeth Coleman, but she went by Sally. So I'm thinking I will put either Sarah Elizabeth or Sally Coleman. I'm not sure which. But then I'm going to put her initials and Paul's initials, and because she was Mammy and he was Paul. And they are my great-grandparents, my paternal great-grandparents on my mom's side. So, is that right? Does that make sense? Because they're my grandpa's parents on my mom's side. So, but then I'm going to put their kids' initials, but I wanted to be sure I had everybody in the right order. And you know, when you're growing up and they're your grandparents' brothers and sisters, I knew them, but I never really thought about what order they went in. I know what order my aunts and uncles go in, but I never thought about what order my grandpa's brothers and sisters went in at all. Never even occurred to me, I don't guess. So, but that's what I'm going to do. So instead of stitching on the letters while I'm trying to get everything in the right order, and here are my colors. I just did some of the, I feel like we're real far away today and dark. I don't know what's going on. I'll stand up and down then this time. I just did my borders across. This one, of course, I had to completely take out because I was one row too skinny to put my letters in. So go me. So I got all the way over, then realized I was one too short, so yay. So then I did that one across and I started on this one across. So it didn't get a lot of work, but it got some. The colors are pretty true, even though it seems really dark in here today. So it's just a little more, it should have a little more yellow in it. Maybe it's my shirt. It's soaking up all the yellow in the room. I don't know. That's weird. But I am loving this stitch. This is on Golden Needle, French Country Golden Needle from Niecielynn of Fabrics and Floss on Etsy. And I'm loving this guy. Like I said, I got to that point and I was trying to decide who to put on here because I want to start my Anniversaries of the Heart in January. And I didn't know if I would get one for Mammy or Paul because I have a pretty big family. So I was like, ugh. So I want to make sure I had them on something because like they were still alive when I was a kid, and I remember them, and so I want to be sure they're in something. So it'll say on the back that it's Jessie Watson and all this, but I'm not going to put it on the front. I'm going to change it for me. I'm going to make it suit me. So that one has been a great deal of fun. I'm loving this guy. And like I said, Barbara has it all sectioned out, so we kind of know how much to work on every month to kind of keep on track. And that has helped immensely with keeping me on target. I just think that really helps. And y'all don't know what my necklace is doing today. Or my hair or anything. Having it divided up like that way I kind of know if I'm on where I need to be or not on, like this. And y'all still are really far away from me. Okay, I'm gonna try something here, and y'all, if we fall out on the floor and crash. What happened? Oh, I unplugged this. Hold on. I don't know, y'all. We got weirdness today, but I just unplugged this, so hold on. Maybe not. Lord have mercy. I don't know what in the world. Well, holy smoke. Y'all. Oh, jeez. Okay, y'all, I won't touch it again. I swear. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna try not to touch it again. I'm trying to leave it alone, even though it seems dark. Holy moly. Okay. I also worked on Where Liberty Dwells. This is by Heartstrings Samplery. It is so beautiful, and I wish it had this and then had some other little picture that showed you the end pieces with the little eagles on them real good. Because it has little end pieces that have the eagle on it. And it's so cute, but that thing is so beautiful. And I love it. I'm using the call for threads, except I added in Blue Bayou, which is like a medium, or maybe a medium French blue. The others are just the call for DMCs here. And I'm loving this color palette. It is my first foray into 36 count. And it is so fun. I'm doing 1/2 on 36 count. And it has been fabulous fun. I didn't quite get all my red finished. I got my light blue flowers done, and then most of the red, but not all of it. But it is so beautiful. And I can't wait to get it finished and finish it out. And then this is the size it should be. So the little eagles will be over here. And then it's made, you know, kind of like to roll up or something. Like that. So anyway, I'm loving it. I'm loving the stitch. It is super fun. And it's so pretty. But I wanted my blue shield to be the only dark blue. So I changed my flowers to a lighter blue. Because I wanted it to really be the focus in the center of the piece was that one. Oh, and it is on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha, I think. And it's on the dark side, not the light side. There's the non-patterned side, and this is the motley side here. So that one has been fabulous. And this one I didn't get a few stitches because I wanted to get my whisper thread in. And it came in. And it is a gray, black, fuzzy, whispery thread. And you can just barely see. And it's from my Heartstrings, Bittersweet Season, the Heartstrings. It's really old, from like 1992 or something. Danita found it and sent it to me because she knew I loved it. Lisa Kindred Stitcher had it behind her for a long time, years ago, and I loved it. And Danita found one and sent it to me, and I have been stitching on it, and I just love it. But my cat was looking kind of mangy here. And is this going to be able to show? Probably not. Well, you can see I just did right from his eye up. I covered the non-shiny stitches. And so you can see he's now filled in now. And I tried it with 2 threads. That was too much. So I just went back with, it's one leg. I'm doing the top leg over again with 1 thread. And it is really filling him up. And then he has just a little bit of fuzziness around his ear. So I just barely got him started, but I'll continue doing the stripes that aren't shiny with the fuzzy thread. And then if I decide I don't, then I'll go back over the shiny thread, even if I still don't like the way it looks. I'm not, that kind of thing don't break my heart. And then I just need to finish my specialty stitches from here on down and put my beads on. So overstitch his manginess, finish my moon, and then finish the specialty stitches down here and add my beads. And he will be done. And then he has a little bell and a bat or something. I think a bat hangs from his tail. And then he has a little bell around his collar, around his neck. So he is so, so cute. I'm so excited about having him finished this year. I'm really loving it. He has a lot of little sparkly threads. Maybe they're picking up a little bit right there and there. But he has a lot of fun little sparkly overlays and things that you put in. So he's so fun and so long and skinny. I just love him. So cute. Oh, and I have on my Be Kind shirt today. It's so cute. For Trixie Tricycle, for her bees in her video, which I loved her showing her bees. So that was, and I saw this and I thought, oh, I need that little shirt. It's so cute. So I have my Be Kind shirt on today. My Quaker Pumpkins, I got all the way around. I didn't get my insides finished yet, but progress. Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews, and I try to say pumpkins, Quaker Pumpkins instead of pumpkins, but it is adorable. I love the colors. The fall colors are gorgeous in it. I did mine on just dirty linen, 32 count dirty linen. This is kind of on an off-white cream color. And I like things a little darker than that, or a lot darker than that, let's be honest. These are the call for colors. I think, yes they are, all call fors. And they're so pretty. And Darlie sent me that little thing. I think it's from Siggy's Closet. And I have it in my little bag. No, I have my other one in the little bag. I think. Which one of these? It doesn't matter. One of these is in my little Darlie bag with a pumpkin on it. It's so cute. But yeah, I love these guys. These are beautiful colors. That tiger's eye, fabulous. And I'm gonna have an avalanche in a minute. If we're not careful. We'll start another stack over here. So I've got all the way around the pumpkin. And now I just have to finish the little flowers. This one, and then there's one in each of these little quadrants. But I love that. That's Tiger's Eye by Weeks Dye Works. I love that thread. So cool. I have one by Romy's Creation that's kind of the same color, and I can't think what it's called. But I got it a long time ago to do witchy tea time with. And I loved it, but yeah. That's gonna be so fun. I love that thing. So I had a lot of fun stitching with it. And then I made myself make one last attempt, Dina. We're gonna see how this goes. Since I've been working on counting my diagonal stitching different. And it went smoother, so maybe I'll make it. I pulled out Peace on Earth by Blackbirds. It's Blackbird Designs, Peace on Earth. I don't know if it is in, I don't recall it being in any of the books. I may be wrong. Some of y'all are better at remembering things like that than me. But it's beautiful. It's on straw, I think it's R&R straw. And I'm using the call for threads. Shelly got it together for me years ago. 30 count sheep straw by R&R. And it just has 4 thread colors to it, right? Yep, 4 thread colors. And you see all, it is just, and it doesn't come out as pretty as it looks even when you're stitching it in this picture. It is gorgeous. I'm gonna finish it and put it above my May Peace and Health sampler because they kind of, I love it the way they go together. So I got this guy done, all of this guy here done. So it really does, counting only the in-betweens, not the top or the bottom X on your diagonals, just count the in-betweens. That is helping immensely. So I may make this. I may make it. But everything in here today is looking very much more gray than it actually is. I am not sure why. So weird. I can't figure it, but anyway. It's gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the design. I do have such a hard time stitching on the diagonal though. So hard. But here we go. I'm gonna make it maybe. So I'm gonna, hopefully, I think I'm maybe a little over a third of the way, I guess, possibly. Maybe I'm a third because that's a little more than a quarter. I don't know, anyway. But it's fun, it's beautiful, it's a Blackbird. My poor brain struggles with it, but these are the called for with the diagonal stitching, y'all know. These are just the called for colors. It only has Gassed, Mulberry, Nutmeg, and Forest Glade. And then I think it was supposed to have Week Style Works Moss maybe. But I have Moss by, I have a Gassed Moss here, so. But yeah, super, super beautiful stitch, and look at those colors. So pretty. So pretty. And then in honor of, and to cheer me up for my sad stitching, I went and got out a Noah and grabbed some colors from 10 different places, and what fun. It is Sisters and Best Friends. And they were in Toledo, Ohio, but this is an old chart from 1995. So if y'all don't have this in your stash and it's not available at your L&S anymore, maybe holler at Shelly at Just Stitchin'. She has that company that will just print, like, I guess as needed or something, charts. And she might know these people, so she might could contact them. Shelly, kill me. I'm sorry if there's a bomb on my doorstep. I'm picturing like the little Acme on my doorstep. I'll know that Shelly was like, girl, I can't do that. But she's in Ohio and it's not that big a place. So, you know, I know everybody in Ohio don't know each other, but you know, stitching community and all, so maybe. But it's called 2x2. It's Sisters and Best Friends. And it is adorable. And look at that yellow slicker. How did I not pick this one first? You know, the day I met James Williams, and right before I slapped him, he came out in a yellow rain slicker. And I told y'all he looked so good in that yellow rain slicker. And so then here's a Noah in a yellow rain slicker. James Williams had on a duster one. And this is just, I guess, a regular one. But he had on a yellow rain duster, and it looked so good on him. And so then here's a Noah in a yellow rain slicker. Look at there. Like I said, James's was a duster, and this is just some kind of a slicker, but that's okay. Same thing. I just grabbed some colors that I thought would work. And this is a piece of 28 count even weave. It comes from Hobby Lobby's and Michael's, and it's folded up in a square. It's not in a roll even. It's folded up in a square, and it's real coarse and dense, even more so than the usual even weave I get. But this is a piece that I was playing with dyeing last year during the pandemic, and I was bored. It's Caribbean blue and I believe Dove Gray. Rit dye just dunked and squeezed and some other things. But he is going to be so cute. He does have back stitching. That gray on his beard. Oh my. What in the world, y'all? Oh, there it is. It is in my, it's in my Happy Mail bin. And I'm going to tell y'all what it is. Frank is in it and I loved it. Stormy Weather. It's Stormy Weather is the gray of his beard, and it is so cute. Yeah, I think that gray in his beard is going to be perfect. Now, James Williams' beard is going way more white than gray, but so, so cute. He's got a little bird up on his hat. Just adorable. That yellow, I think, is a DMC. Yeah, 4073. Is that yellow that I'm using for his slicker. It's DMC 473. You can tell some of those I debobbinated. I'm trying to make myself, as I need them for something, I debobbinate them. And now I just need to go iron them or steam them one. But, because some of my DMCs are like that. And I like using them this way easier, so. But, super duper fun. I have loved working on this guy. He made me crazy happy. And like I said, he was hard to put down. But I did. And I think that's all my whips this week. Birdcage, 2x2, Quaker Pumpkins, Peace on Earth, Liberty 12s, Bittersweet. I kind of worked on one thing every day, and then I would work a little bit on the Biscornu each day. So, and I forgot, like I said, to bring the thing to measure the toolbox. That's on the top of my list. But I also had haul and Happy Mail this week. So, I was going to go to the Stitch Niche, y'all know, last week after I filmed. And y'all know I hate to go to town. Where's anything? So I called, and Kim and them just sent that right out to me. They are so good. So I got, which I had been waiting on. This was what I was going to get. Y'all, this. Look at this. Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee by With Niecielynn Thread. There are these 3 designs in it, and then there's 2 more. These 3 and these 2. So there's ghost goblins, and then the little kitties that say boo in between their tails. And then these 3 on the front. Trick or treat, and then there's the little witch with spider web, and then there's the little crow with his pumpkin stack. So there's 5 designs in here, I believe. She gives the best instructions. Yes, there's 5 in here. No, maybe 6. Okay, let's try counting again. Maybe, oh yeah, there is more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. She gives you the, what I thought was another one is the blow up of the cat's face, so you can see exactly where to put his little whiskers. So, like I said, if you've never done any of Brenda Gervais' charts, they are so good. They're so detailed. She gives great instructions. They're easy to see, easy to read, and for 20 bucks, you can't beat it. It is fabulous. So this is the one I've been waiting for. So when it was in, I ran up there to get it. And then I needed some thread, which no big deal. My whisper thread. And I got a tiger's eye and a peach ice cream, which my whisper thread I already showed y'all. And then I was looking, and with my Quaker Pumpkins, I was gonna need another tiger's eye, I could tell already. And then this is called Peach Ice Cream by Gast, and it is in part of the little sheep in my Noah's Ark. It's a blended needle. So any of you guys that are new, a blended needle, you take one thread of one color and one thread of another color, and you work them at the same time. And I don't know if you can tell it or not, the little sheep here, Peach Ice Cream, is one of the blended threads that go for the little sheep. So I couldn't tell really what color it was. It does have a very faint peach tone to it. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'm calling anyway. I'm gonna get that just and see if I'm missing out on something in the mix. And that one needs to go over there with Quaker Pumpkins before I get something in the wrong spot. Then I said, will you send me, because I get the subscription, but it doesn't send this magazine with it. So the Cross Stitch Halloween 2021. And it always has a bunch of fun stuff in here. I'll try to hold it up here. This little skeleton Biscornu has really caught my eye. So cute. We'll see if I can finish one Biscornu. I'm already on to another one. But there are some, if you do little ornaments, look at this trick or treat here. There's a little sampler. So many cute things. Where's that one? Hocus Pocus coffee focus. Need coffee for focus. Need coffee to focus. And look at this kitty cat. Audrey, I thought of your kitty cat you did before. It is so cute. Look at the little kitties on the broom. Y'all, there's just so many. Well, this is one of those things you can just look at for hours. If your brain gets too tired to stitch, you can just sit there and look at that and look at that and look at that and be for. And this funny cat here. This little cat that's all raggedy and humped down over. That's hilarious. So funny. So yes, there's a million cute things in there this time, and you can just look at it forever. So I'm sure all your LNSs. Okay, y'all, here I'm about to knock some more stuff off again. I'm sure all the LNSs have it. And then I got a package for Frankie with these beautiful colors. The Stormy Weather, I told y'all I was already using, and I need the Blue Moon for the very bottom. It was perfect when I got it because this bottom color here is like, it says it's peacock, but look at that. Let's see. We'll use the envelope. It's so pretty and just such a really rich color. There's Stormy Weather. This Woolly Bully is so cute. Oh, dang it. My Van Ann ain't going good today. This is Monkey's Uncle, which is a bright, fun green. That'll be great for Halloween. Champagne Supernova. Love that song. And then Waxahachie. Look at there. That's where I was born, Waxahachie. And that's where I'll be in a few minutes, getting Mama. So all those fabulous colors this week from Frankie. Thank you, Frankie and Rhonda. I hope Rhonda is feeling better. She got the COVID and has been sick. Sister is feeling much better. Shadow's feeling much better. Shadow had fevers and chills, but that was about it. And then she said she felt fine. Sister had a cough and still has a cough, but she's feeling fine. But she just had a wretched cough. Terrible, terrible, terrible cough. Now, let's see what all I have here. Okay, y'all, I've got a big mess as I tried to pull things out the other day. Oh, it's so messy. I got a, look at this card. Like I said, I tell you all the time, when y'all get a card from Ann, y'all got something. Look at that card. It's fabulous. And so, look at this. I loved watching Mama Loves You GB Michelle stitching this, because this border is to die for. But look at these little guys. It's Barbara Anna's Santa's Trips. It is so cute, and I was wanting to stitch it, and Anne was stitching it up and sent it. And so I will have to get started on this guy because it is adorable. That border is just absolutely to die for. I should have taken it out of that. What's wrong with me? They're so, them riding on, Santa and Miss Santa riding on that kitty cat and that bunny and that wild pig. That's the cutest thing. Cutest thing ever. And then Jenny sent this package. And I want you to know you've made the girls very happy. It was a big old package. Like big. And I thought, oh, I don't think I ordered anything. But it wasn't. It was from Jenny. And she sent a beautiful note. It's a beautiful note on beautiful card paper. And she sent these charts. And now the girls have already absconded with their stickers and all the things. But they said they would use 2 and leave the rest. I'd mentioned how they love Rick Rack. As Aria says, Rick Rick. She loves it. So, I'll take this thing off. Now, I've been leaving it wrapped up. They got the gold one out, and there was another rainbow one. And you'd thought they won the lotto of life. They were ecstatic. They have been using the Rick Rick on everything. Everything has Rick Rick trim. So they are having the most fun with their Rick Rick. So thank you, Jenny. And thank you, Ann. And then I got something for Susie to show y'all in a minute. But she sent these, and they are so dang cute. A lot of these I had never seen. I mean, how did I not see this? The first one here is by My Big Toe. Which, how have I not seen this? God Bless Texas with a little house and the flag. How dang cute is that? Love it. Absolutely love it. And this Lizzie Kate, Home is Where We Share and Love and Grow. How adorable is that? So cute. Look at this little fall one, Bent Creek. It is Snapper Color Orange. With a little fox on the pumpkins. So dang cute. Then this is by Loohoo Stitches. A squirrel and his fat nut, and it has a little maple leaf icon, like a maple leaf quilt on his little acorn. That is adorable. Then this Plum Street Samplers Home for Christmas. This thing is beautiful with the pumpkins and the pomegranates. This big red house, and then the pumpkins and the pomegranates. And it looks so tiny on there, but it is stitched on 36 count in this picture. So that's the reason it's looking, because, well, it says it's 106 by 113, so that's not huge, but it's pretty solid. But look at those white pumpkins and those pomegranates and those urns. That thing is gorgeous. It's by Plum Street Samplers, Home for Christmas. And then these Twin Peaks from The Simple Life of Amish. Open your ears to God before open your mouth to others. That's really good. That's really good. It's beautiful. And it has their little barn and their buggy and their horses and all their little quilts. So cute. Has anybody, if any of y'all have stitched this, shoot me a pic of this, because of course their front is always just little like pixelated kind of looking. It's not actually on the stitched piece. I would love to see this. I'll go Google it when I'm done and see if I can find it stitched, because I bet this thing is stunning. And then, as is the mother, so is her daughter. So cute. So cute. They have on little wood shoes. Oh my gosh, little windmills in the background. This is Twin Peak Primitives Mother and Daughter Sampler. Here again, if y'all have stitched this, shoot me a pic of this, because I would love to see it stitched up. I'll go look for it. But I bet this thing is out of this world. And I love that they have an eyeball. Thank you for that. Y'all know I love things to have faces and get kind of, when they don't. When they don't, it makes me worried. And Susie, whom I love dearly, is always sending me fun things. And so she sent a little note on here, and I have some of the little animals for the Noah's Arks for Plum Street. But look, this one has a little ark on it. And then the little reindeer. It says ravens and reindeer. Look at that. Oh, thank you, Susie. How cute. I don't know that, like I said, I have some of the other little pieces y'all sent, and I had one piece already of the little animals, you know, what go with it. But I had never, I'd never seen this one with a little arc on there. So thank you so very much, because that is adorable. And y'all know I've decided, I've made a commitment to keep my Noah's Ark stitching going forever. And I also came across another chart that I had already stitched and given away somewhere. And so I stitched it and gave the stitched piece away, if that makes any sense. And so it's over here to go today. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, now I will try to get into and hurry through questions and comments. So I can go get Mama. I'm gonna try to hurry. So I forgot to bring my tape measure to measure the red box on here, but I've measured it, but I don't remember what one, like it's been a long time back, but I will measure it and get the measurements to you. I keep thinking I'm gonna do it and I forget and get distracted, and well, we all know how my brain does not work, sadly. But I sure don't see it right here. I thought maybe I might flip through and see where I'd measured, where I'd written out the measurements. But of course that would have been helpful. So of course that did not happen, because that would have been very helpful for me. Nope. No, but I promise I will get them to you. Don't give up on me. Stitch Thrifty said, when you were talking about the truck and you said the floor dimmer, I had not thought about a floor dimmer switch in forever. And I'm pushing the dimmer. Thank you for making me think about that. I love that. And Audrey always sending us cool things from, because y'all know I love weird words and sayings. And whenever I hear this on the show, I always wonder, because I always think, is that means, you know, like, is it like off? Is that what are they saying? I never knew what the word was they were saying. The word quair in Ireland is like square with no S on the front. Means good or great or nice. So when they say this is queer weather we're having, I'm always thinking they're saying it's like queer weather, like it's weird weather, like not what we usually have. But they're not. They're saying it's queer, Q-U-A-R-E, and that means it's good. So thank you, Audrey. Not only was that interesting to me, now it will help me when I watch shows know what's going on. So thank you, Audrey. And L. Lee, please rest and try to recuperate. I am so sorry that you have the shingles. My gosh, worst. Kathy said her mom's a nurse, said to get like the original band deodorant that my mama still wears. That's in like the roller ball, you know, the roll-on kind, just the original, and rub it on your shingles and it'll help. So, and she said they used it and it did help immensely. So, I won't steal my mama's, I'll go buy my own, but you know. And Tara said that they have Dutch barns around her, which made me go look them up. And they're like, I guess more like we would call like a hay barn maybe, because they, like up here, and then there's room for the animals and things down here. The way it looked, it's like a 2-story kind of a get up. And we don't usually have that here. I guess because we don't put our animals up. It doesn't usually get cold enough. You know, we don't put them inside. So I loved it. It says there was only about 600 of them remaining standing. So thank you, Tara, for that, because I went and looked up Dutch barns and they were beautiful. Margie is looking for the Kringle patterns by Heartstrings. So my Heartstrings Samplery is here somewhere. Lord. By this, not Heartstrings Samplery, but just Heartstrings. And of course, do you think I can find it? No, right here. By this company, just this Heartstrings. And they're all older patterns, but they have a group of Kringles who I went and looked and are adorable. And so she is looking for those. So if any of y'all have those in your stash or have them and want to get shut them or sell them or share them or anything, Margie's looking for those. So holler if y'all find Kringles anywhere. And the 28 count that I did my Noah's Ark on a 28 count that was a gift, and it didn't have a tag, but it was a 28 count even weave that's, it's not dyed because it's only on one side. So it was white on the back side, and then it had the blue and white modelly on the front. So I don't know if that'll help you find it or not, but it was a 28 count even weave. And it's not dyed. I don't know what they call that, because it's not gone all the way through. It's just like surface printed on one side of it. So I hope that helps. But I loved it. It was good to stitch on. And, oh, and we already talked about my Biscornu bird. And then, yes, Vicki, I take my stuff to the thrift store. There is a thrift store here in town, and it's called Manna and Heaven's Attic. It has two sides to it. Manna helps people with bills, and they have a food pantry. So, you know, you can go in there and apply for some assistance of, you know, if you need help with your water bills and things like this. And then they have canned goods and all this. They have drives throughout the year, and you can buy things at the grocery store, and they'll send them, you know, right straight down there and stuff. And then they have the Heaven's Attic is the resale thrift store side. And I bundle all my stuff up. Micah bundles all her stuff up. And if we don't know somebody to share it to, like the girls, you know, she knows people she can share their clothes onto and stuff. But I take it down there for it to go in there, and you can go in there and buy things, and all the money goes back into helping with the people who come in there for assistance, okay? And the people who are on the assistance, they give them like a certain amount of dollars so they can go buy, or not dollars, they don't do it like that. They can go get like pants, certain amount of pants and shirts and like this. But this, and maybe it's this area, I hope it is. I hope it don't happen everywhere, but there will be stuff out at the trash around here that makes me want to scream. And I told y'all James Williams is threatened to kill me if I get in my neighbor's trash. But these are things that I would not get in my neighbor's trash to take to myself. There will be kids' bicycles out there, and it puts me in a panic. I'll be out for my walk, supposed to be relaxing, and I'm going to a panic because I see things people throw out that they should. Now, yes, I guess somebody could drive by and get it, but you don't know what's out there. And like I said, James Lee was threatening to murder me if I get it. So I just had to try not to hyperventilate and hope somebody gets it before the trash mans come. At least here the trash mans come very late. So hopefully, I tell myself I walk in the mornings that somebody has picked it up before the trash man came. Because there will be things out to the trash that should not be to the trash. And yes, if you work, it is hard sometimes to catch manna because you're not supposed to stack stuff behind it in case it rains and things. You're supposed to wait till they're open. But if you work, there are places over to Mansfield and other places that are open on Saturdays, and ours take stuff on Saturdays until they get too full, and then they won't take anymore. But you can take it over to Mansfield, to the Salvation Army. It puts me in a panic, Vicki, because I like to junk, and I like to I send stuff on when I'm done with it. I don't throw it out to the trash unless it's broke. So good grief. I don't know what's up with people. And Dolores did get a Tisket a Tasket finished. So a Tisket a Tasket went from me to Dolores. Is that right? And then it went from Dolores. No. Yeah? And then Lenore to Dolores, and Dolores is finished. No, this is Lenore's own a Tisket a Tasket. I sent mine to somebody else, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. A Tisket a Tasket is ready to move on, and Lenore was sweet enough to share it when she was done. And now Dolores is going to share it, so it'll be one of the shares today. But it is on Instagram, Dolores' Finishes. So thank y'all for sharing that. That made me so happy that it's, we're going to do it kind of like Flat Stanley and see where all it goes. So it's been traveling already. And Kathy, yes, and I'm saying a military vehicle is a truck. If you've driven a military vehicle, you've driven a truck in my mind. You've driven a truck plus. That's like a truck plus. I mean, Keely has a CDL and he can drive anything with wheels and drive it well, but me not so much. But I'm saying if you've driven a military vehicle, that's the same as a truck in my book. And Shelly, I hope you are well. Thank you for helping Debbie with my pick because I love it and I can't wait to get started on it. But I hope that you are feeling better because she got sick too. And Roxy is in the UK and she has a dog named Texas, which that made me super happy. And so we're gonna jump over and do some funny, oh man, I'm gonna try to make myself a note to come back to Roxy's funny names in the UK. Okay, here we are. This is y'all. This is me trying to make myself a note to draw arrows in between what I need to join up. So, good grief, me. Sherry, I am sorry for the loss of your daughter. She lost her daughter back in 2017, and I'm so sorry. It is, I can't imagine how horrible it is. I do know my friend Gina lost her son, and they did grief counseling and grief groups, and she and Scott did that for years. Afterward, I don't know if they still do, but yes, grief counseling, if you're struggling, grief counseling can make a big difference. So please reach out. You can pay to go, there are ones that are free, you know, but yes, find one because it does help, because I can say I'm sad and I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Thank you, Jesus. I have no idea what you're going through. And so if you can get in a grief group with people who do know what the struggle is and do know how hard it is, I do think that makes a ton of difference, And you ask about this guy here, and let me see if I can get it without knocking everything else off the floor. This is Little House Needleworks, ABCs. This one is summer. I made a few changes on it, but they have one for every season. I've done the one for every season, and it is they're fun stitches. I loved stitching every one of these. I think because you have so many little finishes in there, you know, you finish the little section and, you know, it's like a little mini finish as you go along. I did change my colors up, and this usually says lemonade, and I changed to limeade. I changed this flag to Texas flag. And I added this in, crunched some things up and down because I stitched it in 2020 and everything was extra weird, lonely, and scary in 2020. But I think other than that, it's pretty much, I added the blue bonnets in there. Right there. So other than that, it's pretty much like it's supposed to be. We'll see if I can. And I think that's the one you were talking about, Sherry. If it's not, holler if I've got the wrong one, because yeah, I do that all the time too. Carolyn, I'll have to look up a 1959 Ford truck. I bet my daddy would be right behind you with that, because he had one when I was born. It was turquoise and white, and I don't know what year it was, so I'll have to ask him about it. But that was their first vehicle purchase, and it never let them down, and which made me think my daddy would always say that Ford stood for first on race day. And then when I met James Williams, who is a GMC guy, Chevy GMC guy, he says Ford, F-O-R-D, stands for found on road dead. So he and my daddy have always been in cross purposes where vehicles are concerned. So there you go. And Diane, I was guessing good, y'all. She is just north of Beaumont, and she is from Kerrville. So shout out to Kerrville and North Beaumont there from my friend Mel, lives in Kerrville. And so way to go, Diane, being right here close, or close for us. Oh, Sherry, I hope your husband's hip replacement is doing good. And then, which made me think, some people, when you're trying to get them to recover from something, it is hard to make, because they're supposed to kind of, you know, do their therapy, but then they're supposed to not be, you know, juking around too much. And they need to make them weighted blankets, make them real heavy. So when you need to get somebody to lay in their place, you can just put a couple of weighted blankets on them, and they'll just kind of be stuck there until you come back. So I'm not heavy enough to crush them, but heavy enough to make them just want to sit there and be still. So some of y'all get on inventing that and get rich. And Dottie, y'all know I love her Scotties, love when she posts pictures of them. But she says sometimes when they do things through like their society with them, there are towns, and I think maybe somewhere, I think you told me the state, Dottie, and I can't remember, but King of Prussia, maybe Pennsylvania, the town King of Prussia and Bluebell. That was hilarious. Bluebell. Kathy said close to her there's, I'm gonna see if I cannot wreck these. She lives in Lackawanna County, and her boat is at Lake Wallenpaupack, and there is Shikshinny and Wapwallopin. Okay, if I lived in Wapwallopin, I would be so happy, because that is, you cannot say Wapwallopin and not be happy. Wapwallopin, you just have to be happy when you say that. That is fabulous. And then, I hope I'm gonna say this right, Grandma Rose sent in, there is Possum Neck, which if you've ever seen a possum, they don't have a whole ton of a neck, so I don't know if it's a small place, but then close to her is the Yakanukani, is how I would say it. Yakanukani River. That is beautiful. And Stitch with Mail says around there they have possum grape, toad suck, which that's fabulous. This one I can't say with a straight face. Bald Knob and Goobertown. I don't know if I could live in Goobertown, because I'd feel like every day was in some kind of assault on me personally. Where are you from, Goobertown? I don't know about that. If y'all live in Goobertown, I ain't trying to hurt y'all's feelings, but what in the world? Goobertown? I mean, you know, because like a goober's a silly person, or like a peanut. Those are goobers. So y'all gotta have to let me know if that means something else where y'all are at, because that's hilarious. And then Faith says there is a Hell for Certain, like hell, like Hell, Hell for Certain, Kentucky. I would say that's probably a lot of places around here in the summertime, because that is holy moly. And then I'm gonna jump back to Roxy. And y'all, I cannot with this. Now she's in the UK, and they have sandy balls, which sounds like a bad day at the beach if you're a dude to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously. I could not say that. I could not be from there. And I can't say this. I couldn't be from Shitterton. How would you ever say when you have to go somewhere and fill stuff out and somebody asks for... No. I'm sure if you're used to it, you're used to it. It's like saying walks at you. But Lord have mercy. No, I could not. I could not keep a straight face with that. And then Rochelle says in Pennsylvania that you can, which this is the worst, and which this proves men used to name towns. I'm just going to say that right now. You can leave Virginville, drive to Blue Balls, make it to Intercourse, and from there to Paradise. Seriously? Yeah, that proves guys used to name things right there. Probably still do. But holy moly. So yes, those things are hilarious. Y'all know I'm like immature, so juvenile about things like that. What shall we say? I'm sophomoric about those. I am childish about things like that. And Cindy, prayers for a clean mammo for 4.5 years. So let me know. Tracy, I love my Jeep. I love my Jeep. We've had such weird weather this year. I haven't got to take the tops off hardly any, because it's rained every couple of days, or it's rain in the forecast, or it's, and you know, the girls, they get real offended if they get wet. Real offended. So I have not got to take my tops off as much as I love, but Josie, she works with horses on Saturdays at a place that keeps them ready for children with disabilities. That is, thank you, Josie. That is so important, and it's so helpful. We know people who have used it for their children, and it makes so much difference, a world of difference. And then we've been talking about men and their, you know, not being able to see red as much. And Peggy said, that poor baby, that her daddy was colorblind. And that one day he was taking her somewhere and she was crying and he wanted to know why, because he'd put her in one red sock and one orange sock, and that'd make me cry too. Micah and the girls would just put on 2-color socks like it's fine. Y'all, I can't. I can't. I love a little bit of symmetry. I don't have to have a lot, but that 2 off-color socks, it had me going like that. I cannot keep from being distracted. And when I was a kid, Daddy worked with a man. And we always strongly suspected that he was either colorblind or I don't know. We would always say he throwed all his clothes up in the air and whatever landed on his arms, he put it on and wore. Because he would have on just the things he would wear together would just be horrific. And there are things that he had some other clothes. So if he would have, put them together different, it would have been a lot better outcome. So I don't know. I never will know how that man dressed. He was a very sweet man, but the things he would have on, Lord have mercy. I don't know. And so that's what Daddy always says. He just throwed all his clothes up in the air in the morning, and whatever landed on his arms, he put on and come on to work. Because he would have on some gosh awful color combinations. I don't know. I do not know. So we always suspected that he was colorblind, but I never did know for sure. And Sweet Home Alabama, I had not thought about my Biscornu, about leaving the year off, that would be upsetting. I had not. So thank you for mentioning that. I told y'all I had thought about putting 1988 and 2021 here and here. And I had not thought about that being horribly upsetting. And so I think you're right. I'm just going to leave that off. It's not necessary. She knows what year he was born, and she'll never forget what year he passed. So thank you for saying that, because I had not thought about that. And so I think I'll just put fly free here and either put 2 little hearts or just leave nothing right there. So, so thank you for mentioning that, because it is something that if you have not been through it, you have no clue. And I had not even thought of that. So thank you for telling me that, and I'm going to leave that off. And Carol, one of her family members, lost their nephew last week. I am sorry. I can't imagine. It's so hard. I'm so sorry. Linda, I am glad you're feeling better, and her Flosstube 31 is up, and her cousin is having to come to Texas to have some heart surgery. So I hope the heart surgery goes well, and I hope they have a nice stay while they're here. Edith's daughter is doing well, and that is good news. And yes, they are always our babies. She said, that's my princess baby. And yes, they are always our babies. And James Williams teased me about it. I don't care. They will always be my babies. And Frankie said that she's redoing her house in Country French, and she has been watching the Elliott Homestead and Parisian Farm Girl. So if you're looking for some French country inspiration, the Parisian Farm Girl and the Elliott Homestead, she says, are both fabulous, and she's been watching them. And Nancy is in Cibolo, which is close to Susie, who is in Blanco. So you're sure enough neighbors around here, so that's really close. So y'all get together and have some fun. And I did do my deposit for the North Texas Stitching get together, and I'm excited. So this will be the first time I did the deposit on it, so I'm going. Unless they close everything up again, I don't know. And then I'll just have to breathe. The shares from last week were these 2. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. The red truck goes to Nancy Rodriguez. Nancy, if you'll holler, email me, Niecielynn at Yahoo. It's in the description, or Facebook message me, Insta message me, whatever. And you are the recipient of the Homespun Elegance Pumpkin picking time. It's so cute. Is it pumpkin picking truck? No, pumpkin picking truck. So Nancy Rodriguez, and then Sweet Home Alabama. You're the recipient of Old Red Barn. So if you'll email me or message me or something, your address, so I can get those in the mail to y'all. And I've got a huge stack of mail going today, y'all. I did not get to the post office yet, but I'm going today when I pick up Mama. That's one of our stops. Oh, I flipped back to the wrong page. Oh, Lord. And then shares this week have, I'm nearly finished with my Birdcage Biscornu. So if you're interested in this one here, and if I could write, use the word bird, B-I-R-D. So if you're interested in this one, use the word bird. This is the one that I stitched, and I gave it to somebody, but I found it in my stuff this week, and I was like, oh, I need to share that one because I've already stitched it. It's Lizzie Kate's Think Spring. Think Spring. And if you're interested in that one, use the word spring. S-P-R-I-N-G, like that. So spring or bird, if you're interested in either of those two this week. And I'm gonna jump off here, and I will try to upload on the fly, which my signal here has been so horrible this week. I haven't even been able to talk on the phone half the time. I don't know what's going on. But I will hopefully be able to get some signal over at Waxahachie when I'm picking up Mama and going and doing all our things. So y'all have a happy Friday, and enjoy your weekend, and enjoy your stitching. Bye.